Oh man, there is a beautiful trade setting up. It's an epic short that you won't want to miss it if it plays out as we expect. Good morning, welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. Getting some notifications here. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're looking here. I'm an Elliott wave trader, so I'm going to help you understand what's going on in these waves here and where can we expect price to go. Yesterday we did a live stream and talked about the possibility of coming on up and how it would come up, if it would go down or up or whatever. We looked at all the possibilities and that was a good live stream. You might check that out and see this one of the scenarios that I offered is indeed playing out. And yeah, so let's jump into the charts. We're looking at BTC right now. We'll look at LTC and Ethereum afterwards. We always want to get our bearings with BTC first in a general sense, so that we can know what's going on. Now, we got some assumptions here. Okay, number one, we have an assumption that this is a corrective wave. This is a wave one. This is a corrective wave to the upside. Now, if that assumption is not right, we're gonna know where the invalidation point is. I'm gonna offer that invalidation point to you. But for now, just know that we're assuming that this is a one wave to the downside. That we've had an ABC correction here. This is what. Okay, we had a nice ABC. Okay, and that was a corrective wave from this down move, and now we're going to have, and it came back to structure. You can see that, and now we're going to have a move to the downside. It would make sense to me that this is a one wave. We're getting a two wave, and then we're coming down 3, 4, 5 like that, eyeballing $7,500. That's the trade idea. Okay, that's what we're looking at, and that's what I'm looking at least. This isn't financial advice, by the way. Just want to make that clear. I'm sharing with you how I look at the market and how I trade the market. So if you can learn from that, that'd be great. But I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm showing you how I'm spending my money. All right. With that being said, now so we've got this. What is this corrective wave here? If it's a corrective wave at all, is it impulse? Is it corrective? Looks corrective to me, but it could be impulse, and we're going to know that. And here's how we're going to know it. First off, if it's a corrective waves generally stop at the 1-to-1 extension to the 1276. The way I'm counting this wave so far is we've got a W, an X, and a Y wave right there. Um, could be an ABC, actually. Could be an ABC. Doesn't matter. It's a three-wave structure. I don't really care how we label it. Not too critical, I don't think, at this stage. But I think it's an ABC. A, B, and C. Now with ABC, you need five waves to the upside. It looks like what we're getting right here is one, two. I think that's three. We're getting four right now. Going to get a fifth wave push to the upside. That's what I'm kind of eyeballing. Technically, we could be finished here with a three-wave move if it's a WXY. So I guess it does matter in that case there. So this could either be a reversal here or the fourth wave. I'm leaning into the fact that it's probably a fourth wave, but time will tell. Now, what would that mean? Well, that would mean basically that we have an ABC to the upside, whether it stops here or it continues on to the 1276 or the 1-to-1 extension right there. And then we're looking for a short wave down to the downside to about $7,500. That's the trade idea. Now, the entry is anywhere from now until 85.45. Here are our targets right here. Um, da, da, da. Targets are right here. 85.45 is the highest target or so. Looking at 84.48. Once we reach up here with price, then those are the ideal targets to enter short to the downside. You say, Jim, but price is going up. Why would you go short? Because it's coming to corrective fibs. We're finishing this wave out. We want to nail the top. You say, well, Jim, how do you know if you nailed the top or not? Well, we don't. And so here's what we do. We enter at high probability zones like these Fibonacci levels, right? And then we set stops above the 1618 because if price rises above the 1618 right here, then what that means is that we have an impulse wave to the upside. So this would actually be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we expect more to the upside. So we set our stops above the 1618. And what that does is that lets us stop that trade out when it's invalidated by the fact that it's an impulse wave. Impulse waves go past the 1618 in 5 waves, whereas corrective waves go in three waves. They stop at the 1276 or the 1-to-1 extension in general, and then they move down. Okay, we are getting a little bit of a kind of a strong push here. Again, it could be a fourth wave. It could be a fourth wave of the third wave, or it could be a completion of this ABC, and we're getting a reversal here. Only time will tell. This is why what we sometimes do is we ladder in our shorts. We ladder in our positions. In other words, at each of this fibs, you might put a little bit in this fib, a little bit there, a little bit there, and then you stop it out up here. And we use the fibs to work our way up there as the trade. And sometimes they get stopped out. Sometimes the market isn't doing what you think it's doing. And it looks like one thing and it does another. And that's why we use stops to protect ourselves from that. Every trade is a risky trade. Every one of them is risky. So understand that as well. All right, so there's BTC. That's the trade I did. That's what we're looking at. But ultimately, we're looking for a downside. That's my ultimate bias. We're looking for downside is $7,500. I do have a bull count, a bull scenario that actually does put us down closer to the. Let me see if I can find it here. Just talking about another scenario, and I talked about it in a live stream last night, that it is a possibility that we come down here like to 7,800 or 7,900 right there, and then we go up, and that's some kind of a, would that be right? Could be, yeah. Yeah, it could be. So that's some kind of a bear trap, and we actually are dealing with a bull count like this. This would be a 1-2, and this is a 1-2, and then we're going to have a huge move to the upside. So be aware of that potential. That there is a possibility that we don't go down to 75. We actually have this is actually part of an ABC structure right there, and then we're going to get a big move off of 7,900. We cannot break this low down here, so let me put a yellow line of death down here. If we break this low at 77.57, this concept, this idea that I just shared with you as far as this movement to the upside from 7,900, it becomes invalidated at 77.36. 77.50 would be an invalidation point. Okay, so that's another idea we want to be watching for. You say, Jim, how do we know which one it's going to be? Well, we watch how excuse me, we watch how price comes down. Okay, price come down in five waves, and if it does come down in five waves, then does how does it measure? Does it measure correctively? Does that five waves look right? So we actually just watch structure. We know that this zone is down here at $7,900. Here, let me put a little target down here just to remind myself that that's here. This is an invalidation point right here, or at least a potential trade. Right there could be going long from there. So if we're dealing with a bull count, and I just entertained this yesterday, then what we've got then is a 1, 2, and we got a giant 3 coming, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It's going up. Okay, so don't. That's not my bias. That's not my thought. I don't think that's what we're gonna get, but I want to be prepared for that idea. So you have heard about it here. Okay, let's look at LTC. Looks like LTC's got some more room to go. Looks like that move down with Bitcoin was actually just a fourth wave. Most likely, this is looking like a fourth wave to the downside for LTC. It looks like to me, LTC wants more upside, more upside. She wants more. Okay, hit the 1618 right there. It's looking good. So, boom, 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 boom. Yep. Maybe not. Looks like we got one more push to the upside here for LTC, but it's looking pretty done. Looking like a WXY correction as far as I can tell. You say, what's a WXY? It's a 3, 3, 3. We got a 3 wave there, a 3 wave there. Now we got a 3 wave here. You say, where's the 3 wave, Jim? We got, well, right. Stop that. 3 wave is right here. 1, 2, 3, like that. Could be finished. So be aware of that. In fact, it's looking actually that push down right there looks fairly done. If it continues down any more than that, then it's going to be done. So there you go. So we might be getting a reversal here. Let's check Ethereum. Ethereum, I had targets a little higher for Ethereum, but Ethereum might also be finished. It hit the 1276 right here, looking like it could be finished. Another way to draw the fibs is right here. Let's try it again. Cannot get my screen to work right. There we go. So potential target up here at 186.65 to 188.35. So if Bitcoin gets another push to the upside, if Bitcoin gets that fifth wave that we're looking on these upper targets, then look for Litecoin to go up as well, and look for Ethereum to go up as well. Ethereum's targets are 186.65 for the one-to-one extension, or 188.35 for the 1276. The trade then would be, you trade we trade it short from there, um, trade it short from this region here, um, and your stop would be above the 190.46. Okay, that's the idea of the way I would trade it if I were trading Ethereum. I'm not trading Ethereum, therefore it is a moot point. Now, with Litecoin, not so easy. We come up to the 1618. That's a little bit high. It looks like it needs to be finished. So not as clear of a count there. So what I would do if number one, I'm not trading Litecoin because the count isn't clear. So Bitcoin is the one I'd be trading. It's the clearest of the counts. All right. Well, there's your update this morning. I got to go meet with my church today. Don't forget the one who made you. He is good and he's worthy of being remembered today. So think about him, and you guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.